I don't know how much work we're gonna get done today, but maybe the kids will have some fun sliding down. Here they come. Whoa! Stop! That was quick. Morning. Part-time weekend ranchers. It's been a while. The weather has definitely not been cooperative in the beginning of January. It's the third weekend of January, and we've had snow almost every single weekend, as you can tell. And there's still snow on the ground, which is now ice, because it is either 5 or 13 degrees outside. The thermometer's not working. We'll see what we can get done this weekend. We're supposed to be meeting the surveyor out here in about an hour to try to survey that one parcel or that one part, so we can go ahead and build the fence and start doing that project. So we'll see what this weekend holds. We got one of the major goals that we were wanting to accomplish this weekend. The surveyor was able to come out and he surveyed the 5 points we had asked him to. Even though there was snow on the ground, he was still able to do it with his crew. He found the first survey marker by the road. As you can see right there, that's the original rebar stake, and then he just flagged it, which is way off from where the old fence was, or where the current fence is. So the line goes from here straight over there. He put a fence line post, and then the next one I'll walk to over there, but that's also off from the current fence line. There's the second iron post or survey marker where the property's supposed to be. It's not too far off from the current fence line. And I don't know if you can see from here in relation to where the other one is, but there's the corn crib in the background. Now, I don't know if you can see the other stake in the middle, but that's the correct line, property line. So pretty way off from where it currently is, and goes that way. So it was a good thing we did this and tried to do it correctly. There's the third marker. If you remember from the previous video, we actually found it. Jen actually found it embedded in the tree. The tree had fallen over, so they had to re-survey it, and it wasn't too far off from where it should have been, or originally placed 40 years ago. There's the fourth marker, which is a little off from where the current fence line is. This is a corner, and it goes 400 feet that way to that big tree over there. Going this way or south is where that down tree was, where they had to replace the iron post, and it's maybe 100 and some odd feet that way. But you can't see it now because of the overgrownness. But we'll reset the line, make this the corner, and then go 400 feet that way. And we'll show you where that line is. It wasn't too far off from the current fence line, but just do some minor adjustments. We'll take all this apart, clean it up, and then either do board fence or net wire. So one of the things the surveyor did was he went ahead and put some fence markers or fence posts to do the line. Because it was 400 feet, he inserted 3 or 4 along the way to make sure that we had a straight line. If you can see, it's about a foot and a half off from the current fence line, so it's not too terribly bad. When we get towards the end or the next corner or turn, you'll see there it's a little off as well, but still not terribly bad. So this is the 5th point that we had asked. It was actually a little deeper than the rest of them, and he had to dig them out. And it kind of follows the current fence line, which is there, and then goes down this way south. To give you a reference, there's the corner, and then it goes and follows this mess, which now I guess is the fun part or the hard part, where we'll have to take down all the barbed wire, all the T-posts, all the brush and the trees, clear it all out, punch posts, measure it all out, and then build up board fence. So that's our project. If the weather would just cooperate, it's still in the teens, so it's really, really cold. Kind of trying to catch my breath because it's like 7 or 8 degrees, and it's supposed to get down, I think, to 4 tonight, with the potential of another more snow tonight. So we'll see how it goes. We might have to end this trip early. Anyways, that's where we are. We got it surveyed. We know where the boundary is, and so we can go ahead and proceed, and we'll just start cleaning it up.
So I got the survey stakes done, and now it's a matter of cleaning up the line. It is 24 degrees out and it's cold, but we got to get work done and the fence cleared. So from the road side, we're going to go ahead and start cleaning up all this debris and trying to remove as much barbed wire as we can this afternoon, at least for the next hour, because the temperature's going to start dropping. It's supposed to get down to 4 tonight, so we'll do what we can for another hour or so, and then we'll have to call it because it's cold. It is really cold.
It's day 2, morning of day 2. I don't think it's gotten any warmer. I think it's 9 degrees outside. It's extremely cold, and the kids are going to join us this morning. We're going to pull barbed wire and T-posts from the site that was surveyed yesterday and just continue that project, trying to clear the line so we can get in there with the excavator or the diamond cutter and clear it up, have a clear path, and then start setting posts hopefully in the next month or so. But we'll see how much we can get done this morning. It's very cold. It's supposed to warm up to a little over 32 or 34 today, so hopefully the sun will come up in a bit and warm us up.
Mommy, what are we doing today?
What are we doing? We're pulling out all the old barbed wire from the fence line so we can clear it with the diamond cutter and shred it and mulch it and put up a new fence. That's what we're doing today.
How do we get the barbed wire out?
We clip it with the cutters. I prefer these cutters. You want to show them the cutters we're using? I prefer these cutters versus actual traditional fence cutters. These cut better. It's finally warmed up. I think it's 30 out maybe. We just got back from lunch. So we finished up all the T-posts and all the barbed wire from the road all the way up. So all the T-posts and barbed wire from the corn crib all the way up here. It's gone. We pulled out a couple gates, and there's one piece of wire in here left, but there's a tree over it, so we're gonna have to wait on that. So we have another 400 feet to go. As you can see, the kids are helping, sliding in what's left of the ice and snow. It's a time-consuming process, but we found that this works best for us. May not work best for you, but we do it in sections. Each of the T-posts, we cut them and pull out the strands, and we know we have 5 strands between each, wrap it up in a circle, and then it's easier to get it out of all the weeds right now in smaller sections. So yep, if we can get this done this weekend and clean this out, that'd be great. It'd be a huge achievement.
the end of day 2. We actually got more done than what we expected. We actually finished pulling all the barbed wire from I think around 1,000 feet of fence line. So it wasn't easy, but the kids helped out tremendously. We haven't pulled all the T-posts. We'll finish that tomorrow more than likely with the skid steer, but huge victory pulling all that barbed wire out and clearing it up. Like I said, we'll finish pulling the T-post tomorrow, and then we'll get on the diamond cutter and the skid steer and clean it up. There's a few big trees. We'll have to use the excavator and knock those over and drag them out, but we're in a good position right now, better than we were when we started a couple of days ago. So always fighting time and Mother Nature. This is what I guess 1,000 feet of 5-strand barbed wire with some bad T-posts looks like in the back of the truck. It's an 8-foot bed, and half of it, at least 4 feet of it, is completely filled from length all the way to the top. So we'll take this to the metal recycling place and just dump it there, and they'll melt it down and make new barbed wire.
And now for a new world land speed record. Martinez and Son. You're so funny. Joshua had ice in his face. That was pretty funny.
How many miles per hour have we gone?
I don't know. I didn't run the speed. I should get one of those radar detectors.
All right, careful. There we go.
Oh no!
Is he okay? Joshua, get up!
Cool. Oh my God. There she goes. She's going. Oh.